So I was asked by a good friend of mine who is actually from Africa. He asked me if I wanted to come to Africa to do hut-to-hut evangelism. I really didn't know if I was actually called. I didn't actually feel like I was supposed to be going to Africa. A lot of fears of saying the wrong things, not doing it right, messing up. I didn't think I was capable of doing a good job, or I don't think I was capable of actually going to Africa and preaching the gospel and telling these people about Jesus. It was over 30 hours of travel. I took over six planes, 2 ferries, 2 two-hour-long bus rides just to get to just this small island of Kome in the middle of Victoria Lake in Tanzania, Africa. Kome Island was known for their witchcraft and their prostitution. How people made their money was through sex or through witchcraft, worshiping devils. I think with the adrenaline of the fear and the doubt, the first day was go to this person, tell them who I was, tell them the gospel, and then see you later, okay? And then go to the next person. And it was kind of like, do you know who Jesus is? Okay, and then tell them and then continue. Barely getting their name, where they're from, and so doing that, I had doubt that these people were really understanding what I was trying to say and that they were only saying yes to please me. And my leader really helped me. He mentored me and worked with me to really show that I need to slow down and to really build a relationship with these people. And like we're not going to save everyone on this island this week. That it's a process, and that you need to just slow down. So throughout that week, I did slow down. I did tell them who I was, but instead of telling them the gospel or who Jesus was right away, I waited till like the end of the time I spent with them. I talked to them about how they live, who they are, exactly who they are. I got to know these people more before I told them about the gospel. It even led to some points where they would ask me about what I believe, what I'm here for, and those questions and conversations really started and was a good intro for me to tell them why I was here and tell them about the gospel and what I actually believe. We're each partnered with a translator international and then an American from our group. And talking with this American, she's done it for 3 years. She was experienced. She knew what she was doing. Yusuf put me with her so I can lean on her and she can guide me through what I needed to do. So I had her to lean on if I had any troubles. We got to our mission point, which was a little church, and we then set out into the village, and there was a loss in communication. We ended up splitting up. So she went one way, I went the other way. And so as I was worried about where she's going, my translator national were saying, these are 20 people, they're drunk, they're drinking, let's tell them about the gospel. So I then sat down and talked with these 20 drunk people about who Jesus is, what sin is, what Adam and Eve did, and how there's a heaven and hell. And so I thought I did such a bad job. In myself, I had so much doubt in what I said. So when I asked, does anyone in here believe? I was amazed that almost all of them raised their hand. I mean, through that fear, I said quick prayers like, Lord, I need to lean on you. And in that moment, I realized that leaning on him, he was the one who spoke to these people. It wasn't my words that led these people to Christ. We traveled in a bus to these churches, and we wore Sunday best, and we had a church service. And that church service was over, it's like 3 hours of worship. If we thought we worshiped for so long, they worshiped for hours. And it's this passionate dance, party worship. It was phenomenal time. And after we then were heading towards baptism. In baptism, it was the lake. We'd walk down to the lake, and it was about an hour walk to the lake, but in the whole time there was more dancing, more singing the whole time there. All the people that accepted Christ that week that we were there were all invited to come to baptism. In my little area, we had over like 60 people that were called out and lined up, and the whole time there was dancing and singing and worship. It was just really cool to see. It was the end of the week. It was really cool to think about from the beginning when I was super nervous and scared, and to see these people from the beginning to now, to where they felt lost, they felt trapped, and to now see them so excited and happy and worshiping the same God that we worship was just a celebration, really, to see. So what I took back from Africa was not that I wanted to move there and quit my job and be a full-time missionary there, but what I really took back was that in all my fear and all my doubt, that I can rely on God to do anything, and that He has my back. Whether I know it or not, whether I feel good enough to do it, that He has a plan for me, and that He will lead me to do more things than I can imagine out of myself.